Good evening, everyone, and welcome to round number 6 of the RPES 305 Sprint Car Series. We're live tonight from the Kokomo Speedway for the Hoosier Throwdown by Roya's Graphics. Right now we're on board with Robert Puckett, who currently holds the fastest time. This is the first time ever that the 305s have taken to the track here at Kokomo. Now Ty Dickinson is on the speedway. Robert Puckett's still at the top of the boards. Hunter Breland and Mackenzie Milwain have now gone in front of Robert Puckett, along with Joshua Monachek. So we have 26 cars signed in tonight, so we'll have 4 heat races. 4 heat races and a B main are on the cards. As everyone but Jimbo Rooney has completed at least 1 lap now. One of our triple 20 winners last week, Stephen Metcalf, just completed his 2nd lap. He will not be able to start his heat race tonight, so his qualifying time, I wouldn't say doesn't count, because he could still get points if he was in the top 10 without him doing so. So I think Jimbo's going to go back to the pit lane, reset, as that lap would not have counted for him, so he can get a good run in here at the 2nd lap. Seen it done before in real life where they turn the car around, go down the back stretch, and then come back. He got very close to the outside wall. Would not be surprised this lap does not count as well. His 2nd lap does count, and it goes all the way up to the 3rd spot. That should be all qualifiers for tonight. So we'll roll right into our first heat race. So we'll get a look here. Your title sponsor tonight's race, Jake Roya, is on the pole of heat race number 1. And going alongside will be Joseph Groom. 3rd will be Robert Puckett. 4th, your fastest qualifier tonight, Hunter Breland, in his first event with us, I believe. Matt Sweeney, start 5th. 6th will be Cody Benzel. And rounding out the field will be the 45 of Brent Thompson. These pace laps go very fast at Kokomo. We'll be coming right to the white right here. And next time around, we'll go 8 laps the distance round Indiana's baddest bull ring. This heat race is brought to you by Right Rear Racing. Make sure to check them out on YouTube. The green flag is out for Jake Roya. Jake Roya takes the lead there early. Hunter Breland with the EOL, I believe, to the car that started in 2nd. But Robert Puckett is able to get to that 2nd spot. Lots of contact there, but no front wing does not stop him to get back in that 3rd spot. Matt Sweeney is able to get through. The track is lightning fast right now. You can see the cushion is not even half the way up the racetrack. But by the end of the night, they'll be running all the way up against the fence. Robert Puckett is running down your race leader right now. Up front, he is all over 𝐒𝐩𝐫𝐢𝐧𝐭. As they come to get the 2-lap signal right here. Puckett gets in the wall just a tad there off of turn 4. That wall does really jet out at you. As 𝐒𝐩𝐫𝐢𝐧𝐭 takes the win in right rear racing heat race number 1 for Robert Puckett, Matt Sweeney, Hunter Breland, Joseph Groom, Cody Benzel, and the only car to not finish, the 45 of Brent Thompson. So now we will roll into our second heat race of the night. Heat race number 2 starting grid will be just like this. Number 67, Ty Dickinson on the pole. Going from second will be Nathan Annett. Third, the 96 of Jordan Navarro. Fourth, the 211 of Mackenzie Milwain. Fifth, Brian Kling. Sixth, the 16 of Jeremy Christensen. And seventh, the 531 of Armando Melgoza. Go the same way right here. It'll be 8 laps of distance. Top 4 will transfer. Rest will go to the 618 engraving and design B main. In the hopes of making it into tonight's main event. The pole sitter 𝐒𝐫�laugh no one really had anything for him there in the first heat. Will Ty Dickinson be able to pull away from the pole as well? The third-party gaming green flag is out. Jordan Navarro takes a peek there early. But he is able to get one spot on Nathan Annett. Annett's going to come back at him here on the top side, though. As Brian Kling gets into the... Christensen has some damage there out of all that. Everyone, I think other than Christensen, is still moving as Navarro now looks to the inside there off of turn 2. Don't count Nathan Annett out, though, as he's looking to lurk in the shadows. Halfway home for Ty Dickinson as he tries to hold off Navarro on the bottom. Starts to pull away here, but he makes any mistake, Navarro is definitely going to be all over him. We got a similar battle here going on as Brian Kling's running the bottom. Nathan Annett is running about the middle to high top. So somewhere to your top 2, just switching lines back and forth. And fifth on the speedway right now is your fastest qualifier, Mackenzie Milwain, as Ty Dickinson takes the win in heat race number 2 over Jordan Navarro, Nathan Annett, Brian Kling, Mackenzie Milwain, Armando Melgoza, and with a DNF, Jeremy Christensen finishing the 7th spot. So now we'll get our third heat race of the night, presented by Elevated TV. I still got to ask Nicholas Molt how to pronounce his last name. I have not gotten to that yet, but he starts on your pole in car number 248. Matt Schloser will go from second. Third be Ethan Milwain. We saw him pick up his first career win last week. Jimbo Rooney, your point leader, will go from 4th. 5th will be Hunter Benson. 6th, Zachary Good. And that'll be your starting grid for heat race number 3. Still have one more heat race yet to go after this one. But this will be 8 laps. Top 4 will transfer to the main event. Coming to the green this time, here in heat race number 3, brought to you by Elevated TV. Green is out for Nicholas Mole. 𝐒𝐩𝐫𝐢𝐧𝐭 moves to the 2nd spot early. As we've seen, whoever starts 3rd seems to be able to get up there very fast. He nearly gets into the 248. Hunter Benson up to the 3rd spot, looking for more. He started back in the 5th spot to begin this race. Matt Schloser makes it around the outside of him, though. As Jimbo Rooney, your point leader, is on the outside looking in right now at the transfer spot. As 𝐒𝐩𝐫𝐢𝐧𝐭 looks to take the lead up front. He's side by side. He looks like he might get it. But Nicholas back to his inside, slides up in 3 and 4. 𝐒𝐫𝐢𝐧𝐭's back to the inside. Slide job again in turn number 1 and 2. Here comes another dive bomb. And another. We're throwing haymakers on both sides of the track. These guys just, I think 𝐒𝐮 finally got him cleared. As Hunter Benson is now all over the top 2. This is still about anyone's race here in the heat race. As they come into turn number 3 and 4, they're going to make slight contact though. Luckily, 𝐒𝐮𝐫𝐢𝐧𝐭's still going to transfer through this heat race. So after all that, Hunter Benson, right place, right time, scores the win here in the 3rd heat race. Finishing 2nd, Nicholas Mole. 3rd, Zachary Good, who started at the tail. And then finishing 4th, 𝐒𝐮𝐫𝐢𝐧𝐭. After that contact at the end. And then Jimbo Rooney is going to have to come out of the B main tonight. And Matt Schloser finishes in 6th. Now we'll get starting grid for your 4th and final heat race of the night. It's Jared Lamberson will go from the pole alongside Dalton Shearer, who's looked very fast every single week. Cody Wickard will go from 3rd. 4th, one of our winners last week, Joshua Mochek. 5th, Fred Hoffman. 6th, Stephen Metcalf, who I believe will not be able to start this one. And yep, that should be your starting field for heat race number 4. So 5 cars, top 4 will transfer. Here it comes to the green in your 4th and final heat of the night. That beautiful channel lock, Sammy Swindell throwback of Jared Lamberson there. takes the lead in the turn number 1 and 2. As the Fighting Irish look to fight for that top spot. As he looks to the outside, but Lamberson's going to try to clear him off, but nope. Shear goes even higher. Dalton Shear to the front here early. Now Jared Lamberson's going to have to hold off Joshua Mochek, who's now looking for that second spot from his 4th starting position. Gets a little squirrely there off of 4, though. Jared Lamberson's going to start to pull away, so we get to the halfway point in this heat race. As Fred Hoffman holds your 4th and final transfer right now, as he is looking to get by Joshua. As you see that top side starting to come in. It's getting a little wider, and the momentum is starting to get there. As Cody Wicker's on the outside right now in that 5th and final spot on the racetrack. As Dalton Shear will get the white flag right here. The elevated TV white flag at that. Dalton Shear takes the win. Jared Lamberson finishes 2nd. 3rd, Joshua Mochek. 4th, Fred Hoffman. And 5th, Cody Wickard. So now we'll move into our 618 engraving and design B main. As Joseph Groom will go from pole, starting 2nd, Mackenzie Milwane, Jimbo Rooney. Then Cody Wickard starts 4th. 5th, Cody Benzel. 6th, Armando Melgoza. 7th, Matt Schloser. 8th, Stephen Metcalf. 9th, Brent Thompson. And rounding out the field, the 16 of Jeremy Christensen. 10 cars, top 6 will transfer into our main event tonight. So we'll have a 22 car starting field. Once again, tonight's race is brought to you by Roya's Graphics, who is also the Victory Lane sponsor for the 305 and 360 Sprint Car Series. They do a plethora of designs for multiple different cars. Make sure to check them out on Facebook or join their Discord today. As we come get the green flag, 10 laps, top 6 transfer. The 618 engraving and design B main is underway. Joseph Groom gets a heck of a start right there. Mackenzie Milwane looks to almost dive on there. Was we get her first yellow of the night. Went through all our heat races and no yellow. We get one right away in the heat race. Looks like maybe Jeremy Christensen, perhaps. Yeah. Not 100% sure, but it does look like Jeremy Christensen is heading to the pit, so he must have been involved in at least something that happened at the back. So we're back to the green flag. 𝐒𝐫𝐄𝐒 is out front currently. As Joseph Groom's working that top side. But as we saw right before that yellow came out, 𝐒𝐫𝐄𝐒 has got that bottom side rolling as they're about the only car on the bottom at the moment. As Rooney looks to dime in the corner, thinks better of it though. He's trying to see if he can get by that 11 of Joseph Groom. Back here we got a heck of a battle going on for our last transfer. This is 4th through 6th right here. They definitely don't want to crash each other as they are all in the qualifying spots right now. But they're about 3 wide here out of turn 4. Metcalf splits them both, goes to the 4th spot. Matt Schloeder's got to be careful though. 𝐒𝐞𝐫𝐢𝐧𝐭 is on the outside trying to get that 6th spot. And Jeremy Christensen, after his crash early, looks like he's flying on the top. So he's really reeling in 𝐒𝐞𝐫𝐢𝐧𝐭. They're running out of time though, as they're going to come to get the white flag this next time. Jeremy Christensen has now moved into that 7th spot. But will he be able to get Cody Wickard here on the last lap? Have to pull off a heck of a dive bomb here. Try to get him. And he does, just barely at the line. Made a little contact, but I believe he just barely gets him there at the line at the finish. 𝐒𝐫𝐄𝐒 takes the win. Joseph Groom finishes second. I mean, not Joseph Groom. Jimbo Rooney finishes second. Joseph Groom finishes third. 4th, Stephen Metcalf. 5th, Matt Schloeder. 6th, Jeremy Christensen there by just under 1/10 of a second over Cody Wickard. 𝐒𝐞𝐫𝐢�𝐧𝐭 finishes in the 8th spot. 9th, Brent Thompson. And 10th is Armando Melgoza. So now we're in our Night Owl Racing League warm-up session. We will probably not run much of this. The track is in pretty good shape, I would say. Also want to thank another one of our new sponsors this week, Richard Murtaugh Driving Academy, who is now going to present a random drawing award for 1 month membership each race for the 305s. So if you want to check them out, make sure to visit them on their website or Facebook today. So now we grid for our 30-lap main event. Jake Royal. How fitting is that he starts in the pole of his own sponsored race? Then starting from second will be Ty Dickinson. 3rd, Hunter Benson. 4th, Dalton Shear. 5th, Robert Puckett. 6th, Jordan Navarro. 7th, Nicholas Mole. 8th, Jared Lamberson. 9th, Matt Sweezy. 10th, Nathan Annette. 11th, Zachary Good. 12th, Joshua Mochek. 13th, Hunter Breland. 14th, Brian Kling. 15th, Ethan Milwane. 16th, Flying Fred Hoffman. 17th, your B-main winner, 𝐒𝐿𝐾𝐄𝐒. 18th, Jimbo Rooney. 19th, Joseph Groom. 20th, Stephen Metcalf. 21st, Matt Schloeder. And 22nd, Jeremy Christensen. The field rolls through 3 and 4. to get the white flag. Next time around, we will come to the green. "30 times around the Kokomo Speedway, the winner receives free entry to tomorrow night's Spring Fever Big Block event. Jake Roya is on the gas." Ty Dickinson gets a big run out of turn 2. He looks to be alongside him out here out of 4. Will he be able to get at the line? No, he does not. Jake Roya leads lap number 1. Ty Dickinson's really got the top roll in there in turn number 2, though. He takes the lead, at least momentarily. Jake Roya, they're 3 wide with Hunter Benson there at the line. Ty Dickinson did lead that lap, though. So they can make very close there with Jake Roya. Hunter Benson has got it rolling on the bottom, but Ty Dickinson's going to lead the lap once again. See, there is multiple lines on the racetrack right now. Ty Dickinson nearly put it in the fence. As Jake Roya is starting to fall back, as he was kind of the odd man out there in the middle. But he has now got himself back to the top side as we get our first yellow of the feature event. It's like Matt Schloser, Fred Hoffman, and Jimbo Rooney may have been involved. Let's see what happened here. So, oh, it looks like Fred gets into the wall, or slight contact, and then he comes down, and yeah, Rooney kind of had nowhere to go. So, a little bit of raising there. Yeah. If for those of you who don't know, Rooney and Fred are very good friends who race together all the time, so definitely no hard feelings between them in that race. Ty Dickinson looking really good here early on. So he's going to bring us back to the green right here. Jake Roya going back to the front there out of turn number 1 and 2. He gets a great start. Now Hunter Benson has to go to the top because he's started on the outside. Ty Dickinson sort of stuck in the middle. Now Jake Roya leads, but Hunter Benson's going to have a whole head of steam here out of 4. Jake Roya continues to roll the bottom there. Hunter Benson and Ty Dickinson are committed to the top side. Mackenzie Milwane's all the way up to 4th already. They start back, I believe, in the 17th starting spot. Jordan Navarro is trying to hold them off. So we get our second yellow here on lap 11. It's like Hunter Breland. Looks like maybe Ethan Milwane. I'm going to look at that, but I think Ethan Milwane hit the inside tire, checked up a little bit, and Hunter Breland sort of had nowhere to go. Yeah, he got a little sideways, crossed up there at least. Yeah, he does it again there in 3 and 4. Breland just wasn't able to check up in time. Green flag is about to be right back out. Made some contact there in the back. It looks like we're still green. 𝐒𝐩𝐫𝐢𝐧𝐭 is going back to the bottom. Hunter Benson, they've kind of switched lines from when they started in the beginning of the race. I think Benson just barely got him at the line there. Yep. Now Hunter Benson is to the lead. I believe they put Matt Swinney a lap down. Also, we have a car stopped on the top of turn 4, so the yellow flag is out. It's like Nathan Annette. He may have had damage beforehand because it looks like his front end is broke. That's what. There was no making it to the pits with the broken front end. I know. Yeah, we'll rewind here. We'll see if we can figure out exactly what happened for him to get that damage. But they were both kind of going over the same spot. I'm kind of surprised I would have broke his front end, but you can tell, yeah, his axle definitely broke. It's a tough break there for the 31. So we got, well, we're at the halfway point now, as Hunter Benson is your race leader. As Matt Swinney gets a wave around right there. As Hunter Benson will be the leader, so he gets to choose when he fires in the start zone. As 𝐒𝐁𝐒 fires his way in there, it's Hunter Benson, and they get almost steamrolled there through 1 and 2. Stephen Metcalf, I don't even know where he restarted. But he is now your race leader as 𝐒𝐩𝐫𝐢𝐧𝐭 and Hunter Benson go back to 4th and 5th nearly. As Metcalf gets in the wall there out of 4th, Navarro is now all over him. So 𝐒𝐁𝐒, and for that 17th starting spot, challenger for the lead now. It's Navarro, that was close there out of 4. We've seen Navarro have some very good runs. He's not been able to put in victory lane yet, but he leads here with just over 10 laps to go. It's Metcalf and 𝐒𝐿 make contact. They're still going, but the yellow flag is out. It's like Zachary Good and a few other cars have made some contact together. Zachary Good, looks maybe the same thing's going to happen here. I believe what happened was Hunter Breland and Rob Puckett made some contact after they checked up in front of him. Yeah, I think they saw them wrecking, and yeah, Puckett hit the brakes, spun it out, and then yeah, Breland, I think for the 2nd time tonight, nowhere to go. And Puckett, I guess, he tried to make it to victory lane, but he was not able to do so. Tough break for Rob Puckett though, after a stellar qualifying performance early on. I feel like the race is almost flipped on its head now. I think Metcalf went to the pit area, so he's no longer, well, I mean, I wouldn't say he's out of contention yet, but definitely puts a damper on things. As also 𝐒𝐩𝐫𝐢𝐧𝐭 and Hunter Benson both got almost, I wouldn't say ran over, but like everyone just seemed to have so much more momentum than they did in 1 and 2. We'll see if they can do any better here on this restart. Navarro looking strong here, but 𝐒𝐿 been very good on that inside. As you can see, the track is definitely getting pretty slick at the moment. That was your last double file restart of the night, as once we get under 10 laps to go, we are single file the rest of the way. As Navarro leads right now over Mackenzie Milwane and Hunter Benson. Milwane looks like they're going to go for it here. They slide up out of turn 4. They make slight contact, but both of them keep going. Milwane, maybe it's just a glitch, but I think they lost their front wing there in that contact. We've seen cars run without the front wing in the heat race early on. They still ran pretty good though. As we get a yellow with 5 laps remaining. I don't know if this is going to be a good thing or a bad thing. It's like Kling gets into the, I want to say it was the Josh and Mochek, and yeah, and they just couldn't get off each other at that point, it seems like. I think they were like literally lodged together. And then once again, Zachary Good just getting very much wrong place, the wrong time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Brian Kling and Metcalf just like almost locked wheels and we're not able to get off each other. Jordan Navarro, can he hold on for his first career win with Reigel Promotions Esports? And how much is that damage going to affect Milwane on the start here? Because I feel like this will be the biggest test. I think once they get up to speed, they may be okay. But right now it is going to be tough to get the car to want to pivot off the corner here when they get in the restart. Four laps remaining here at Kokomo. Hunter Benson has now worked into the second spot, at least momentarily. Milwane's going to try to come back to him. Jake Roy and Lamberson get awfully close there. It's now Milwane's going to go to the inside. I don't think they're going to be able to slide up enough though, as they make slight contact there on turn 4. We have a yellow flag though. We'll have a green-white checkered here coming up. Looks like maybe Jared Lamberson. I don't know if that was actually right. I guess it was, yeah. He came up the track. I don't think he ever would have expected Joseph Groom to be there, but could be wrong. I guess he was doing the slide jump on him though. He comes up, and Joseph Groom's there, and they just run out of room. As you can see, Brian Kling's car is morphed inside of Jared Lamberson there in the pit area. And this will be a green-white checkered. Up here we have 3 attempts. We've never had to use even a second attempt, I don't think. So hopefully we don't have to get to a third. Jordan Navarro looking good, but I still definitely wouldn't count out Hunter Benson here, as we should be getting the white right here. Reminder for anyone that's watching, up next will be our 360 Sprint Car Series at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. We'll be live on the Buckeye Racing Network. Same thing right here at Kokomo. As the green flag is about to come back out. Milwane's going to look to the inside here, going in the turn 1 and 2. As now Jake Roy looks for that third spot. That front end damage is definitely hurting him, but we have another yellow. It's like Joseph Groom may have been involved once again. Oh, he gets in the wall and climbs it. Oh, big flip. Hopefully no one hits him here. It looks like everyone else made it by unscathed. Once again, this should be our second attempt at a green-white checkered. But 𝐒𝐞𝐫𝐤𝐽 has worked their way back up to the second spot now. So that yellow came out in a good time for them. As Zachary Good there gets a wave around. Got Jordan Navarro, 𝐒𝐞𝐫𝐤𝐽, Hunter Benson, and Jake Roya is your top four. And then running fifth, your point leader, Jimbo Rooney, who him and 𝐒𝐞𝐫𝐤𝐽 have came from the B main. Jordan Navarro looks to see the white flag here out of turn 4. 𝐤𝐽, it's about a half straightaway back. No more yellows now after the white flag comes out. Jordan Navarro looks home free as he comes to the checkered to get his first win with Reigel Promotions Esports. 𝐒𝐞𝐫𝐤𝐽 finishes second, and third is Hunter Benson. So once again, we see another new winner in our 305 Sprint Car Series. Comes, I believe, our 11th different winner in series history. See, 𝐒𝐞𝐫𝐤𝐽's trying to make their way in the middle. As we're going to get a word here with your race winner first. As I don't see anyone in the waiting room at the moment, but once they get there, we will start our interviews. 𝐒𝐞𝐫𝐤𝐽 is really trying. There they go. Maybe. Hey Jordan, how you doing? Hey Jordan, you got a copy?
Hey, I got a copy.
Well, heck of a run there to get your first win with us.
Yeah, I know. 𝐒𝐞𝐫𝐤𝐽, he was giving me a run for money for sure. I mean, he was sliding right across my nose, and he was making me work for every ounce of it. So, yeah, props to him.
Especially with no front wing there towards the end.
Yeah, I think we got some contact on the front stretch and made some. Might have damaged his car a little bit, but I mean, we were running tight up against each other pretty much the entire race. So it was a fun one.
Yeah, it was a heck of a race. Honestly, wasn't too many yellows, considering the small track size.
Yeah, with a lot of multiple yellows. Yeah, no, with the multiple yellows, I was sweating because I was like, all right, I got somewhat of a lead, and then the yellow come out. I'm like, no, because I knew 𝐒𝐞𝐫𝐽 would get that much closer. And I mean, I'm not saying any of the other guys on the track were really giving much of a battle, but he was the one that was right on me the entire race. So
honestly, the top 2 or 3 just continued to keep changing throughout the race. Like, couldn't really keep up with who. Couldn't really keep up with who was actually like we're going to be winning the race towards the end, because you had Jake Roya and them going for a while, and then pretty much out of nowhere, you and 𝐒𝐞𝐫𝐽 were now in the top 2 spots, and
yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was trying to run the bottom, and I think 𝐒𝐞𝐽 was running up high, and And I almost ended up losing it completely at one point. And then one of the restarts, I was behind, I believe it was Metcalf, and I saw him running the high side. I was like, all right, I'm just going to follow you along. And then he ended up going a little lower and letting me drop low.
Well, is there anyone you want to thank for tonight's win?
I want to thank Vertex Graphics for the wrap. I want to thank my fiance and parents and stuff for helping getting everything going. And thank you for putting on this promotion.
No problem at all, and we'll see you again next week.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
All right, now we'll get a word with your second place finisher, Mackenzie Milwane. Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Well, heck of a run right there. You did all you could, especially with the broken front wing towards the end.
Yeah, I was wingless.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely had to put a damper on the competitive aspect of it towards the end. As how much did that really affect the handling on the race car?
Oh, it was pretty terrible. I couldn't go through the corner and hold it straight. I was half sideways, but I couldn't hold it straight through the corner. But if I had a front wing, I think I could have done better because I was quick. But
still a heck of a run to be able to hold on to second there.
Yeah, I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to.
Well, is there anyone you want to thank for your second place finish tonight?
Just my brother and everybody that we play with every night. Because that's why I came out and raced, because everybody was on. So that's pretty much it.
Well, thank you for running, and hope to see you again next week.
Yeah, thank you.
As Hunter Benson was in the waiting room there for a second, but he is now not there. So with that being said, I suppose that is it for tonight's broadcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. And right here in a few seconds, we'll be live on the Buckeye Racing Network for the 360 Sprint Cars. Till then, we'll see you again next week for I-55 with the 305s.